let's get right into it. So, the colorist basketball wives, because they are. Evelyn, yeah, she knew what she was doing when she put that monkey meme at the end of that rant that she did about OG. Listen, OG is annoying, right? OG's fashions that are not concerning her culture. She always kills it with her cultural fashions. I don't know why she doesn't dress like that all the time, because every time OG puts on something from her culture, she slays it. It's when you put on these American clothes, her everyday fashions that don't work. Her event cultural fashions kill, but her everyday fashions just read so cheap, and then her cultural fashions are so elegant and bright and beautiful, and they fit her so beautifully. I don't know why you don't wear it every day. You would rock it. You really, really would. There is an issue here with this cast, and I talked about it before. Because OG is, not just because she's dark-skinned, but it's also because not only is she black that a lot of black Americans have been taught to hate. Black with a wide nose, black with very full lips. In America, we deal with a lot of colorism, and we have certain standards for black women specifically, and it's different for black men. Like black men, if a black man is dark skinned, he is more attractive to the women, or perceived to be more attractive to the women. He is not considered to be weak like men who are light skinned. It's the stereotype of lighter black men being very weak, because if you're light, you're obviously mixed, or you have like some white blood in you. And we perceive white people as being like weak and afraid of us. So light-skinned men get that stigma, which is not true. All of the stereotypes, it comes out of ignorance, and it's not right? But I have to be honest with what I'm watching here. Kristen is able to get a pass because she does not have what is considered to be black hair. She also doesn't have the black features that OG has. So OG does get treated differently by this cast, in my opinion, because of how she looks, which is why I would like for her to leave this show, because I feel like it's too much emotional and mental work for her to do to be in this cast, because I know that she knows that's why she's being treated that way, but she doesn't want to address it because it's just so much work to deal with. Like how we deal with racism. Like we see it all the time. It's just so much easier to ignore it, because if you take it on, if you recognize what it is, it just will take a toll on you. So I think OG doesn't want to recognize that, because she doesn't want it to take a toll on her, and she doesn't want to give any weight to it or put it on TV, or, or bring that conversation to the show, because it's going to be a conversation that is going to harm her. But it is what it is. They treat her differently because of how she looks. It's obvious colorism. Like Malaysia, she's dark as well, but look how Malaysia dresses. Look at the type of hair that Malaysia wears. Like Malaysia has beautiful hair. We'll never see it. She keeps it in these straight wigs and all, clear as day. I've talked about this issue before in my previous reviews, but I had to bring it up because now it's something that is really coming to light because of the feud that Evelyn and OG have been having online. So it's probably something that will play out at the reunion if it hasn't already been filmed. Honestly, it's something that needs to be talked about because we see it. We just don't like talking about it because you just want to have a good time. You don't want to pull up the rug and dig up the dirt and open the closet and deal with the skeletons. You just want to have a good time on this show, but it needs to be addressed at some point. So now let's talk about Malaysia and Evelyn acting like middle-aged school girls. So out of nowhere, Shawnee as well, they all bring up this issue, this feud now that they have with Jennifer after they done cried and all made up. Now all of a sudden, they are really pressed about this one picture that was posted probably on the VH1 blog that none of us saw. Now Malaysia has a problem with it again. Like she said, you got kids, you got a business, you got a whole life. And this is what I'm telling you. As a business owner, please, when you make yourself the face of something, like whatever her skincare stuff that she is doing, Evelyn as well, get off of this show. Because even if your products work, I don't want to buy it. You know what I mean? I was really interested in Malaysia's face stuff, but then seeing how she's acting, I'm just like, I don't want to put no money in somebody's pocket who is so petty and ignorant at your big age. So she brings up this picture that they took at Jennifer's memorial event for her mother who passed away from cancer. All the proceeds were going to a cancer foundation. You bring up that picture, not a picture of y'all anywhere else. You bring up this picture and both of you and Evelyn are going in on it. Evelyn encourages Malaysia to remove her from it and then to post a picture on like her Instagram. How old are you? This was so sad that they actually spoke about this and then committed the act and felt like they were in the right. Like they felt so good doing it. What, you don't have, y'all got kids. There's nothing else going on in your life that you have this time to taunt this woman. Like you knew that she would see that. And it's at an event for, nobody cares about Jennifer's mother who passed away or cancer. Because Jackie was outside of her event acting a plum fool. Now here they go acting a plum fool over a picture that nobody saw. Guys, none of us saw this picture. Shade Room, I don't even think they posted it. Nobody saw this picture. The VH1 maybe posted it on the blog or something, but nobody saw this picture. And we don't care enough about you guys, to be quite honest with you, to be like, ooh, you guys are friends again. To be quite honest with you, every season, we're surprised that this show is back on the air. Y'all are really making a big deal out of nothing and puffing your chest up a little too big for people that are not really on anybody's radar like that. Can we be real? I'm glad that Shaunie's getting a check and all these women of color are getting a check, but y'all not housewives on Bravo. Y'all basketball wives on VH1. Those checks ain't the same. Listen, the only reason why I started to review this show, why are you so delusional? Why are you so delusional? Her and her husband are in the kitchen talking about how Byron didn't show up to the dinner and they think it was Cece's fault. Like everything goes back to Cece. Sis, you went on national TV, said that he was a terrible grandfather, never apologized until the camera started rolling. Later in the season, do you realize that you're wrong? And then you want to invite him over for dinner, but not telling him why you're inviting him over for dinner. I think you should have led with, I really want to apologize and make things right, but come over for dinner after you guys haven't been talking. Not only do you invite him over, not tell him what it is, you also don't invite his soon-to-be wife. So how is that supposed to look? So you want him to cause friction in his household with his soon-to-be wife, obviously a woman that he loves, to come over and eat with you, and y'all not really talking like that? And then it's her fault? Are you kidding me? I'm so mad that Kristen's husband is even encouraging this foolishness, because at this point, you're messing up a check for the whole family. Because Cece is not coming back to the show. She's not coming back to the show because of Kristen. Cece is her husband's father's wife. That's your husband's mother-in-law, whether he likes it or not. That is somebody who his father loves. Sis, you think because you the wife, you can act like this and everything will be cool. But baby, let me tell you, rarely does the husband choose the wife over his family. Rarely. Especially his daddy. Girl. Especially his father, who was not his birth father, who came into his life and changed it for the better. He loves that man. And at some point, he gonna have one conversation with his father and then he gonna get mad at you. You better fix this, sis, because it is not going to work out for you. You feel like you the ish now? Mama, you going to be in some trouble when your husband get mad at you and start seeing you as the problem that you are. Why would you come in and cause all this friction with this family? They didn't have no problems until Kristen. Kristen caused all of this drama because as soon as she got on the show, her and Cece came on, but she wanted to be with the cool girls. She'd rather join them than to get taunted by them. And a way for her to be accepted into the group, she had to hate on the one woman that wasn't backing down from the bullies. Girl, you are the problem. So now let's talk about OG and her empty retirement party. Poor thing. I don't know why you got such a big room. If you knew these people weren't coming, did these people RSVP? Or did you just send out invitations and just hope that these people would show up? Or maybe the event started early, because did you invite Black people? Because you know, if you invite us to something, we're not coming to 2 hours later and we're leaving 2 hours after the event is supposed to be over. Is that what happened? Because nobody was there. She looked great though. This, and all of my time of watching OG on this show, this is the best she has ever looked. Her hair, her makeup, her outfit, everything was on point. When it's concerning OG's culture, she kills it. Outside of that, it's a nightmare on Elm Street. Sis, stick with your cultural garments. You kill it. You kill it. Messy Jackie approaches OG and she's just like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here to support you. Where are the other ladies? Like, she obviously knew that the girls were not there. You didn't have to bring that up, but you're Jackie and you want to be messy. And she's just like, I'm surprised that they didn't come to support you, because you support everybody, just fanning the flames. Fanning the flames. However, I don't think that OG has the right to be mad at the ladies. You're not messing with Evelyn. All the other ladies who you invited told you that they were not coming. I don't think that she messed with the skinny punk from New York. Why are you surprised that they didn't show up? And then why are you not mad at everybody else? Because Jackie and OG are focusing on the ladies that didn't show up. Why aren't you focusing on OG's family, her friends, the coaches, her teammates? Where the hell were they? It was just OG's immediate family and the camera crew. That's it. Be mad at them as well. So Kwame pulls OG to the side and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening, OG. You're getting a proposal. This is what you wanted. Nope, that's not it. He tells her, I think it's time that we should start looking for a house. What? You ain't got no job. OG probably might not come back next season. Who paying for this mortgage? They not hiring OG as a coach. It would be nice, but that's not happening. So where y'all getting this money from? Where? OG, don't you do it. Do not go into a house with this guy. Also, where's the ring? You want a house before the ring? You want a house before the marriage? Are you kidding me, OG? OG, don't do it. You are going to be left paying this mortgage. You do not want to get your home repossessed in Hollywood, especially when you got haters on national TV. Oh, Evelyn would eat this up. Sis, don't do it. Stay in that cute little apartment that you two have and live happily ever after. Because Kwame, I don't think he want to marry you. I don't think, maybe it's his age. I do think there's some love for you. I think he really loves you because you have really cared for him. But I just don't see it. I don't see him being the end game for you, sis. You need something else. You need some, I know you want something black, OG, but them rich white boys love a black African queen, sis. It's okay to take a gander at other tribes, if you know what I mean. Expand your horizons, sis. Expand. So Evelyn and Phoebe, who was giving me Dark Crystal. What did she look like the lead character in the Dark Crystal? They're shopping and they're just hating because they're just both miserable. So Phoebe says to Evelyn, OG is trying to get with Chad because she was tweeting at him and she was just lying and embellishing on this whole thing. Because we see the tweet, right? Somebody comments on an old video of OG and say, yo, did you used to date Chad Ochocinco, or were you one of his girlfriends back in the day? OG responds, no, just a homie. So she trying to have sex with him? She trying to sleep with your ex to get under Evelyn's skin? Like, what are you talking about? Evelyn was just like, she's a groupie. She's trying to get under my skin. She was not even thinking about you. She was replying to obviously a fan. That's what you do. You know, people are talking, especially on Twitter. You want to thank people who are supporting you. I don't think that she said anything that was inappropriate. None of it looked thirsty to me. None of it looked like she was going after Chad. Y'all are just reaching for reasons to hate this woman when there are so many other reasons y'all can hate on her. But because y'all reach so far, it looks like you're going after her for other reasons. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If not, I'm talking about colorism. OG and Kwame are doing the dumbest thing ever, looking at houses. Why? Why are you looking at houses with this man, OG? Anyway, she's looking at this one house. Guys, I was so heated because every time I watch any of these reality TV shows, especially when they're based in LA, I always see somebody going house hunting and they're always going after one of the houses that are on my Zillow list. This house, I know exactly where it is. I know exactly the neighborhood that it's in. And I'm like, OG, you are reaching. Let me tell you something. I know VH1 and Basketball Wives is not cutting them checks that you need to afford that home. Get out of my home. How dare you? I will say though, I thought this was really cute. The scene was really cute of them just discussing the home dressed alike. I am going to be that girl, guys. Get mad at me now. Me and my man are going to be dressing alike. And don't let us have some kids. Oh, we are all going to be wearing our jean outfits on Sunday at brunch, just looking cute and adorable. Hate now because it's happening. Then out of nowhere, we get this wrap up of Tammy. I guess she just said, I'm not filming anymore for the season. I'm done. Because we get like this montage of her on the show. And then we just get her getting up out of the chair. So I'm just like, she's done. She's done. And good for her. She has a lot of projects coming up. She, you know, it took her a while to get to where she needed to get. That's why she stayed on the show, which is what a lot of people do. But I'm glad that she is able to move on to greener pastures because she deserves. Everybody deserves to be happy and to be successful. So congrats, Tammy, on all that you are doing outside of Basketball Wives. You were a great contributor to this show until this season. But I know why. I know why. Get your coin, sis. Get your good coin. So this episode ends with the ladies reigniting a feud with Jennifer that they all said was over. So Shawnee is doing this Costa Rica trip And she is telling everybody that she's not going to, well, she told Jackie, which is like telling everybody that she's not going to invite Jen. So Jackie tells Jen, I forget what event they went to or for who. This episode was so boring. But Jackie tells Jen that Shawnee doesn't want her to come on the trip. And Jen is like, what did I do now? What happened? And so Shawnee and Evelyn and all of them arrive, and Shawnee tells her why she doesn't want her to come on a trip because she just don't think that they're in a good place. And then Jennifer is just like, well, in San Diego, we were all crying and hugging. Shawnee, where did the beef come from with you all of a sudden? You had one minor issue. Y'all resolved it. That didn't happen. So now what is the problem? I get Evelyn being upset that she never fully apologized to her for the things that she said about her daughter. I get that. I don't agree with how she went about it. I don't agree with her all of a sudden hating on Jennifer, because this is the thing. You forgave her, Evelyn. You forgave her. If you were not ready to forgive her, you should not have done it. Maybe because she was crying, you felt like you should forgive her for saying those things about Shanice, but you should have told her, before we move on, I need for you to tell me what you said or admit that you said it and just move on from it. Don't accept the apology. Cry with the girl. Start doing bestie things with her, and then out of nowhere say that you still got a problem with her. Like, it's just so childish and petty, and it's making me think that you guys are reaching for drama because you actually don't have it. I just felt really bad for Jen. And you have to have been very awful for anybody to feel bad for Jen, because Jen lies a lot and she gets herself in a lot of situations. And I think she lies a lot because she is, like Phoebe, a coward. No shade, just tea, Jennifer. You know what I mean? You have a lot of mouth, but you don't know how to back it up. And your issue is you say some mean things, you do a lot of low blows, and then when you get confronted, just like Phoebe, you cry. But then when you get back into a corner, you start to deflect, you start to lie some more. It's just your mouth, sis. It gets you in a lot of trouble. But I'm standing with you in this situation because the women have no right to come after you like this. No right. None of it makes sense. Y'all forgave her. Y'all moved on. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, y'all deleting her from pictures or like Xing her out of pictures and posting her on Instagram to harm her. And then not inviting her to trips, getting angry at her again about stuff that you forgave her about. This is my thing with this Evelyn situation. Evelyn, she forgave you for everything that you said about her. She even forgave you for getting your friend to assault her. You can't forgive her for something that she said about your daughter to harm you because y'all were both throwing low blows when y'all were at war. You can't forgive her for that. She got to keep on rehashing everything that she said about you. What if she did that to you? Jennifer moved on. She was ready to move on with Evelyn. Personally, I could never move on with someone that hit me. We can't be friends if you're hopping on tables to try to assault me, getting your friend to like sneak smack me. Like, we're not good. We're not good. I will forgive you and I will move forward with my life, but you won't be a part of it. So the fact that Jen did that, she forgave you for that, and you cannot forgive her for something that she said about your daughter when y'all were at war. Y'all both were throwing low blows. You went lower than her, sis. So like Jennifer was just frustrated by the whole thing. And then she got to the point where she was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I don't need this. You can sit over there and be mad and angry, keep on rehashing stuff and just going back and forth by your damn self. I'm out. She is the second person who has left this show this season, this episode. Do you know how awful of a cast you have to be for women who are making money on this show, doing the least, and who need the check to be like, you know what? I need this money, but I don't need to get it this way. I'd rather go broke, pay my rent late, go to eviction court, than to spend another day filming this show with you horrible women. Congrats, Tammy and Jennifer, for getting out. That's it for me in this episode. Next week is going to be the girls' trip. So, you know, whenever these ladies go on trips, there's going to be some drama. So I'll be here to review that. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode of Basketball Wives. Love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye.